Hey guys, welcome back. As you know, we're just heading off to the island today. We're going to be getting on one of these jets at some point. And you know, when we get on the island, like I said, we're going to really get into Nik's mind, so you guys can really understand why someone like Nik has achieved the level of success he has. You know, I know that we all want to get there, so I'm going to really get down and we're going to ask him some really gutsy questions, because I want you to understand what it's like and what obstacles you have to overcome and why you've got to overcome them. So we're going to be filming while we're in the air, we're going to be filming when we hit the island, and we're going to have a lot of fun. But trust me, you're going to learn a lot of stuff about a really amazing guy. Right, so we boarded the plane, heading off to, we're going to go to north, is it North Elthra?
Flying to Cape Elthra, and then taking a tender around to Bottle Key in the Schooner Key region.
Right.
Beautiful turquoise blue waters, gentle trade wind blowing in your face, white silica sand, and
it's going to be fun, we're going to have a good time. Got a lot to learn. A lot to learn. Hopefully we make it safely. Plane's a little bit jittery. Not gonna lie about it. So here we are now, arriving at Bottle Key. This is the island that Nik's in the process of looking at buying, and it's got a little bit of history to it. As you can see right in front, there's a white hut, and that was actually destroyed a little bit during Hurricane Floyd. But we're coming here now to do a little bit of a Robinson Crusoe, live under the stars, and we're going to have the most amazing couple of days you can possibly imagine. So here we are on the island with Nik, that he's in the process of buying at the moment. And like I said, you know, when we came on the previous interview, I want you guys to understand why Nik, or the driving forces that Nik has on a daily basis for him to overcome the obstacles that he has. Because as you guys know, most people will hit an obstacle and say, you know what, that's probably about as far as I'm willing to go, and they'll move on from there. So Nik, what is it what is that driving force again that you just say, I've got to keep pushing forward with this?
I mean, ultimately, I've got nothing to lose. For me, it's like, you know, I've grown up, you know, always looking at proving people wrong at all times. You know what I mean? Because I think, you know, in life, there is so much out there. There's so many possibilities kind of thing. For me, I had to cut every sign of retreat, you know, and that's basically how I've led my life thus far. And I've done what it takes. I take massive action, and you know what? I've got absolutely nothing to lose. I really don't.
You know, starting off as in the music industry, most people would say, you know what, I've kind of achieved everything I need to achieve. But for you, it seems more than that. You know, climbing Everest, buying your own island, doing all the things you've done. There's a bigger driving force there than most people have. So what is that driving force? I know we've spoken about the fact that it's you want to prove people wrong, but there has to be something deeper than that.
I think it's probably a fear of complacency. You know, I'm a hyperactive individual as it is, I guess. So for me, leading an inactive life, a non-progressive life, or, you know, total regression, I think that's my biggest fear in life. Right. And, you know, if you ask me, in regards to, like, everything that I've done in my life, I am still dissatisfied.
Why?
I just feel there's so much more out there. I mean, I haven't scratched yet. But for me, I've got to be active. I mean, I'm not one to, like, sit back on the couch, just watch television kind of thing. I mean, there's a whole world out there, you know. And, you know, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around, you're going to miss it. You know what I mean? So it's there, seize it, exploit every opportunity.
So what advice would you give to people who are really doing their best to try and make their business become as successful as they can, or even themselves, whether it be personal, whether it be business? What advice would you give to them?
I think the best thing is, like, you know, develop your own business, develop your mini-incorporated type business, you know. And you know, and if anybody's unemployed out there, I mean, you know, they're not really unemployed, but basically the universe has released them in order to find their true destiny in life, kind of thing. So the most important thing is, I will say, focus on yourself, you know, energize your own spirit, your own soul, what have you, and just, you know, develop your own core. In fact, if you're going to start a business in regards to your life, find what puts a smile on your face, you know, find what you're passionate about, and then look at monetizing that particular passion.
Absolutely.
And that is your life, and that's what's going to put a smile on your face, because you're doing something now that you love.
Yeah.
That you absolutely love. So define your passion, and then simply monetize it.
Right.
And that's life.
Right. But it's important that, you know, whatever Nik's saying, you know, this isn't somebody that's maybe just trying to give some type of advice. This is some advice from, you know, in my opinion, a guy that has achieved some of the most phenomenal things that possibly any other person has achieved on this planet. So when Nik is giving these answers, it's really important to listen to what he says and to really understand and grasp the concept, because we very rarely get the opportunity to talk to somebody like Nik and really learn from him. And it's all about learning. You know, our education never stops. It doesn't stop now. I'm sure Nik never stops his education. We're going to get a little bit deeper into it, and we're going to get some real gutsy answers for you, so you guys can leave from this interview and start to put some stuff into action immediately. So we'll see you later.